Da16.
Lily, Sipperly, Lily, Sipperly, Lily, Sipperly, Sipperly, I cried.
Yes, Gary ho,
Gary ho,
Gary ho.
I don't need you anymore. I don't need you anymore. No, I don't need you anymore. What song that is?
I don't need you anymore.
First I get it, I'll give him a tenner.
Is that the one your missus sings to you?
Who sings that again?
Wow. Share.
Leanne Crichton, thanks very much for coming on.
Thanks for having us. Lovely to be here. What a day for it.
What a performance you gave last night up on that stage.
Absolutely shocking.
What have you done?
Oh, it was
How have you
terrible.
bottled it against this guy?
Terrible.
Well, what do you mean I beat you after it?
First time in about 2 weeks.
But that's because I let you win the first cut-off.
To be fair, that's probably the biggest crowd I've played in front of.
That's the same for you, done it?
By the way, but standard was good we used to, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to team though, eh?
You
Really thought so.
mad for the headers?
Aye, because it just went ahead of
Unbelievable.
touch.
Aye.
And at the net, wasn't it?
But she was trash talking us on the pitch, eh?
Wait, I've heard you like
She's
that.
like that.
Wee bit.
Crossing it.
I've heard Leanne's like
Terrible
that.
loser.
The
The worst
Glasgow
loser.
girls were saying that you were the moneyest on the pitch.
100%.
Love that.
Leanne Ross is up there though.
Is she?
Ah, definitely. Yeah.
You were, who were you getting on with?
Joe
Joe.
and Hayley.
Good bunch.
Actually
They're
met
a
her-
good bunch. Great
I actually
bunch.
met Hayley 2 years ago and I didn't think she knew me and she didn't think I knew her and the twos like kind of went to say hi and just walked by each other and the twos remembered it last night.
It was a nice
Is
moment
that- is that-
actually.
it was a
when
nice
we were
moment, wasn't it?
discussing it.
Was that your story there? Is that a story, huh?
True story, aye.
Wow.
But that was, I think we were going to win the league that night because I was like, that's no right, like someone's going to win the league and what about the twins, you know what I mean? That's just thought, shoot, you should be getting escorted right to the fucking game, do you know what I mean? And it was Peter Silver talked about that last night as well, let's we'll go into all that, but no, it was a lovely moment then. But then you caught me off surprise well because you went, we know each other, but I don't think we really know each other.
I know.
And I started getting a wee bit shaky for it all.
We've kind of crossed paths, haven't we?
Aye, never really.
It was nice to catch up. Good to be here.
Thanks very much.
Good stories that, Kev, isn't it?
No, that's it.
There you
Cut
go.
that out, eh?
That's terrible. Kev, there is a video that's going to go up that will go viral
Mate, I
of this
think,
creepy guy, man. There's a creepy guy going about there making noises in the shower.
obviously we've had some videos, we've had the Joker, then we've had my one off the hoverboard. You see this
I
one?
prefer the cock mask, but
The cock mask was good.
Yeah.
You see this one with him last night? I think this is going to go viral.
Well, I'll
mate.
tell you the story about it. After every show I go for a shower and the last 2 weeks every single shower's been freezing. So last night I kept touching it and playing.
Still talking
No.
about the
Dear me.
No. I
To the point.
was talking the hob room and it finally went hot. So when it went hot, I went, like that when it went hot. And then,
And then the rest you'll see later.
who was Andy's idea,
Alan,
wasn't it? He's on me, isn't he?
He's on you. Kev done the lock, Kev picked the lock.
I picked it up. Obviously broke into a few houses back in my day.
You
Starting
can
hard
tell
days.
that.
Aye. That's more maybe being locked out at the night and forgetting
Try to
the
get in the
keys,
house.
Try to get back in the house. But no,
didn't
this will be a good
But it was no arse, mate.
You've got an arse.
It went from a back to just hamstrings, didn't it?
And how come you didn't hit much your arse?
know.
Stand up, turn and let's see.
No, I've got an arse in shorts, eh?
Let's see.
Look,
That's a good arse.
it's decent, isn't it? It's just
Why
in
does it
shorts.
disappear when you take your shorts off?
I don't know, it just sucks in, doesn't it?
What about the atmosphere here last night? Brilliant, wasn't it?
Unbelievable for a Sunday night. We were genuinely no surprised because
What are you
we've
trying to say? Like,
no, we've seen the videos, we've seen the crowds, like some shows they've put on. To be fair, like Going Strong. What did you say? Day 16.
16,
So we never knew what to expect coming a Sunday night. Scotland are out. People could have been a bit flat, but it was honestly it was unbelievable. Really, really good. And that was before even you boys came on. It was.
Yeah. Crowd have been unbelievable.
but-
What, yeah, again, I actually think they were up there with the best last
They
night.
were, because you see the ones that come. I think sometimes you feel the more people that's in here, the more atmosphere's created. And what was good last night, Simon? Maybe not the best game of football it was on because it was a bit brief. The first half was a bit rubbish, but they're still singing, banging bins and singing Scotland songs and trying to get the crowd going. And it's just a proper party atmosphere.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I think Sunday everybody thought we might have been here playing against. I don't know who we'd have played against, but we'd have been probably playing Sunday. I think that's
Yeah.
why. And but we won. But they came in. Great reception for us. Even you guys that come up on the stage and
I know they were
played
great.
your head tenors and stuff. You got a great reception, and it's really good
Yeah.
vibe about it.
Best-
Isn't
We
it?
need to give a shout out to the maintenance team at SWG3 as well. Kevin, the Jim Jeffries got stuck in the bath, so did they get the forklift to...
It was brilliant how they done that.
It was good, wasn't it?
We're struggling with the two of them on it, but
It's weird seeing him upside down by the ankles naked, isn't it?
smiling, isn't he?
I've tried to tell you, just go play golf for the next 2 weeks, mate. I'm busy.
Right, Grosvenor Sport, what a team there. They're doing their bit. £10, any match you get free, £30 bet. What an offer, eh?
Brilliant.
Right, game last night, and he's watch it.
Nah.
You actually didn't watch a minute up there, did you?
Mate, but seriously, the Portugal manager should be sacked. Bruno Fernandes sitting on the bench.
I know, what is that all
Mate,
about?
seriously, like, what chance have you got?
I understand he is one of the better players, but he is.
Is that Gary Holt's Doug? Has he got his Doug driving the train?
It's the weirdest setup I've ever seen there.
Right. By the way, can I say something? I'm pretty sure a guy just walked his Doug in here, let it do a pish and then walked back out. Am I right in saying that?
Did they come in? I didn't see them coming in.
We've been here since last night. Just
Aye,
came
no,
out that.
Wait, before we go into the game, sorry, we need to talk about the big match last night. I beat him at Heady Tennis.
It's the first one you've won in 2 weeks.
Don't know about that.
Bottled
It was a good contest though.
Was it?
Aye.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
He's gone.
We've
I was
figured him
so
out.
strong for so long, though, wasn't
He's just a Boris Becker net player, isn't he? That's all he's got as he comes to the net.
You were coming close as well. You were pressing the game up there.
Did that freak you out a wee bit?
A wee bit.
Uh-huh.
Lobbed a couple of times though.
You did lob as a
Aye.
belter actually, huh?
Yeah.
You had the Timberlands on top. I felt sorry for you playing with them on.
Worky boots on.
I know. Should never call
But your reign's come at an end as the head tennis king.
Could David Andy play the wee game ahead?
Oh, he's a shite bag, mate.
Mate,
He
seriously.
keeps telling you about how
he's
good
no
his
player.
touch is and that. He'll
Is
not
he
do the
worried?
touch
Just
test.
Worried about his rep.
He'll not do head tennis.
Big Charlie, be fair, nearly retired Big Charlie Mulgrew, didn't it?
I mean, the touch test is no easy, right? Because sometimes you do hear a bad touch. Obviously, I got absolutely abused.
No,
for
had a
my
bad touch since about
But
89.
Andy's known the same, isn't he?
91.
Andy knows his limits. He's like, he knows if he does this or this, people are just going to
Yeah.
say that's why he's at Hearts.
Contract to be ripped up.
Aye.
Hearts
They're trying
fans,
to obviously rip his
Hearts
contract
fans
up
are sick
anyway.
of watching him take a bad touch, aren't they?
Aye.
tackle.
no
I
more.
think we could do that to Hearts fans throughout the summer. They've watched it all year.
Tackle.
Right, the game last night, on you go talk about it because I've got no idea what happened.
What, are we on the Belgium game?
But we'll go Belgium-Portugal to start with, the big one.
To be fair, I thought it was quite a close contest. When you look at it over the course, like the chances, I think I always felt Portugal could have went through. I think when you've got Ronaldo in there, it's hard to write him off. To think like he's still at that level, he's been at that level for so long. Diego Jota, he had a shocker.
Doesn't pass the ball to Ronaldo.
Poor chances, and Ronaldo's actually set him up a couple of times, and you're looking at Ronaldo's body language and he's thinking, maybe you could do that for me and I'll get in the box, and they would have scored. Really, that's the chances.
Wee
That's
Jota
the-
needs to
the-
know his
the
role, doesn't
difference.
he? You're there to set Ronaldo up, mate. Stop trying to take the limelight, man.
Yeah, totally.
You've got plenty of time for that. Give the ball to him.
Absolutely, but I think Belgium, they've maybe been a bit of a slow burner over the course of the tournament. They were one of the favourites, or if not the favourites, but they've still not lit the tournament up.
No.
Like they're getting over the line, decent enough performances, but not quite there. It'll be interesting.
I only think France has been the one that's shown a real team performance that you think they could go on, but whereas these things say slow burner did. Obviously Fernandes didn't start, but
How can you not
hasn't
start?
I know he hasn't been great in the tournament. Like, there's games where you've watched and he's been very, very quiet, and even last night when he came on, it probably suited him because Belgium had scored in the middle of the first half. The game opened up a bit, so that would allow Bruno Fernandes to try and maybe like dictate a wee bit of the play. But
see, when you've got the delivery like he's got, Kev, you've got Pepe there, you've got Ronaldo in the box. Fernandes should play every minute for free kicks, corners alone.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
How big is set plays really?
Yeah, massive.
In every game, but
Yeah.
especially in tournament football, it's like one chance.
Yeah.
That's the difference
as
in the
many
game.
strings as Ronaldo got, one of his major strings is his aerial ability.
Yeah.
Because he leaps from a standing position to get up. I think late on there was a ball come in, he flicked it on, and your man got in the back post and the keeper made a good save. But no, I think in situations like that, sometimes you try to pass and break things down. Teams get zoned in, and it's very hard to pick the pockets. Whereas if you get the ball wide, Fernandes and Jota and guys like that, and get balls in the box, Ronaldo's going to get the end of something. If he doesn't get the end of something, he might get a second ball.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the shot that hit the post, that's how that came about. A cross in the box, got cleared, he's came in and he's hit the post.
But even psychologically, who wants to pick Ronaldo up for
100%,
90 minutes in the box? Do you knowing that there's decent deliveries coming in?
I would like to get tight done for 90
I
minutes.
would.
Be touch tight, would you? Do
All game.
you know who would like to get touch tight?
By the way,
He's going to do it, isn't he? Martinez is going to do it.
how bad did that go down last
Oh,
night?
we tried to do it in the live shot, we didn't do it a shit sandwich, man.
No, I don't think one person stood up, eh? Even Andy got involved for the first time and just sat back down. But Leanne, who do you think is going to win it?
Jen, you cannot call it at this stage. See, Italy for me, the first couple of games, absolutely flying. And then they've almost fell off a cliff. They look as if they've got nothing left in the tank. They come up against Belgium, I think, in the next game. So even that, probably you're looking at a tight game. Maybe another 1-0, extra time, penalties. France, I don't think you can overlook them. I think when you look at the quality within their squad, they've been there, they've done it, they know how to go over the line. Big game players as well.
I think England's going to do it.
Whisper that again.
I think England's going to go to the final, whether they win the final or not, but I think they're going to go to the
If they
final.
beat Germany tomorrow night.
That's the one we need Germany to do, don't we?
We need to say as well, there's tables for the night and tables for the Germany game tomorrow.
Yep.
So there's a few tables left if you want. There'll be a link in the description box.
A wee Monday club and a wee
And by the way,
Tuesday
how
club.
nice is that coffee?
Beautiful. Minted,
Minted.
innit?
Minted on Byers Road. What a coffee
We've
shop
actually
that
got
is.
the main man here.
He's here if he wants to come on and make an appearance. He's a bit shy for some reason, I don't know why. Are you sure, mate?
Is that the bit that does ice creams as well?
Does ice cream as well, mate?
You want me at least an ice cream, yeah.
Go for that next.
Last thing you need is an ice cream, mate. Will that be the last we see Ronaldo at a major
No,
tournament?
World Cup's
No?
next year.
World Cup.
You think he'll go to that?
I think so.
Aye, a year on.
Absolutely.
I just want him to play forever, don't you?
I think he thinks he could play forever.
Yeah.
What has he lost, really? That you wouldn't look at any aspect
No,
of his
good point.
game just now and think his legs have gone, you know, or he's no good at running players, he's no good. He controls games.
Yeah.
Even for his position, he manages to influence everything that happens. I wouldn't be surprised if he's at the next Euros. He's that good and he's that fit, seriously. He's
he?
unbelievable.
Maldini was still playing big tournaments at Fort.
He'll be playing centre back.
Mate, I would love that, would you? Ronaldo just bossing
You
at
could
the centre
see it.
back.
Has he said it, and has he said when he wants to retire that?
He'll not retire, will he? Imagine Ronaldo retiring and just driving a taxi or something. How good
He's
did
all
that
about
be?
the numbers. So like there'll be some
As long as there's a
stats
record there to
record
chase,
there to be
you're
beat,
right.
and even though I'm not saying his legs are gone, but what he doesn't do as well in his younger years is the spaces that he takes people into that allows spaces for other people to get into. It's like clever, and I just think that Qatar's only a year away. How many European games, extra games is he going to have to play from now till next year? It'll not be a problem.
Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Of course you can, mate.
What did you make of Scotland? Its performance?
Good, Paul. It's not even on the sheet and you've came up with that. I
Over
like
the
that.
I'm going to go and wait a wee
Over
bit
the
more.
course of the 3 games,
Aye.
I think it was really tough. Honestly, like, see that when you look at now, right, hindsight's a brilliant thing. Look at Czech Republic last night. So
They're a
you
decent
hedge
team,
your
aren't they?
bets and thinking that that's going to be the
The
weakest
easy
team in the
game.
group, and it's almost you set yourself up for that failure. I think if the players could go back and relive it, they would approach that first game totally different.
Yeah.
I think what was maybe disappointing is in the third game, maybe have a bigger go at it earlier on. Even at half time, I think you could have made changes and just put all your cards on the table. Maybe brought on a Patterson or a Forrest, get a bit more pace. Even with the 2 top strikers, I'm thinking 2.5 games and we've not really changed it. We've no mixed it up.
Would you put in his button?
But I think it's 100%.
See
I
the
would
Andy
give him
was saying that the
45.
players approach the Czech Republic a game a bit better. I think the manager maybe should have picked a different team against the Czech Republic being the first game.
Possibly now when you look at it,
I still believe that he was too cautious in the first game. It was a case of like find your feet in the tournament, whereas I think that was the one game. I know we're saying now that the Czech Republic's at the quarter final, right? They beat Holland last night 2-0. We drew with Holland 2-2 before the tournament started. So Holland are I want to say Holland are the Holland of old. They're all right.
No.
So any good team that come up against them will probably turn them over. A bit like Italy, they started the tournament well, got themselves a quarter final. A good team come up against them, they beat Italy.
Yep.
So for me, I would like to have seen them still look at the Czech Republic game as that one game that we could have won in the group, but actually went and tried to win the game. I don't think we went to try and win the game. I think we went to just kind of see how.
And I think like the occasion takes over. I mean, I was in the stadium that day and see them, like, I think the Scottish fans, footballers, were so emotional. And you could actually feel that.
He was crying.
See to then be on the pitch and try and put that out your mind. Remembering that they've not really played in front of fans either. So having the fans, the Tartan Army, knowing that your friends and family are in the crowd, I genuinely think the occasion for the first half of the game probably get the better of them, and they played within themselves because there was that cautious approach where you're trying to stay in a game that you genuinely believe that you can go and win.
Well, we've got 90 caps between us. So, see,
You're right.
What is it? See, going a major tournament. Do you feel a lot of pressure back home?
See, for us, honestly, when we qualified, we felt the love of the nation because everybody had waited so long. So even when we went to the Euros in 2017, the Tartan Army came with us.
Wow.
And that was the first time for us we had genuinely felt that, because when you see it here, like, Scottish fans just love football. They'll support any team, whether it's our own or not. But for us, that motivates me because we don't often get to play in front of big crowds or have your friends and families there at massive occasions. So I think for us as players, we embrace that because I've grown up watching big stadiums, like big games, and the men's game, like that's what you are almost aspiring to be. So when you get to be part of that, for me personally, I loved it. But I think there's certain players that don't cope with that pressure of being in that environment.
Name names. I'm always joking.
And then cameras go up tenfold, you know, it's like everybody's in the spotlight, and even Stephen O'Donnell in the first game, you're thinking, if that wasn't such a big moment, like the touch under his foot wouldn't have impacted his game, but it's just because you know in the moment everybody's watching and it's how you respond.
You said the Tartan Army there, but your dad and the Tartan Army were also there supporting the girls, weren't they?
They were there that time, aye.
Caused quite a
Trumpets,
stink, didn't
blowing their trumpets, weren't they? Non-stop.
Right, we mentioned Holland, that was your team to support. They've been knocked out, who was supporting now?
We've jinxed them,
Germany, innit? Got to be Germany.
But then if we support them, there's a good chance they'll probably get knocked out. So
why
don't we support England?
Sean Maloney.
By the way, we also need to mention just on Sean Maloney. His brother's over in Russia for 6 weeks, seen his bird. Not a picture of his brother in his house in sight. It's a full, his house, right, is a full shrine to porcelain.
Does your brother not exist in your house?
Mate, I've never seen a picture of his brother, no word of a lie.
I didn't realise he had a brother until now.
Aye, there's no mention of the brother.
Is he the sheep of the family? What is he?
No, listen, when you walk into my house, you're approached with 3 pictures of me in the hallway when you first walk in.
So the pictures approach you, pictures walk towards you?
Do you approach them? And then you walk in the living room door and then you've got the massive
Imagine
portrait.
me pictures walking up to you.
But then you go to Matt in the house, it's a big massive portrait when you're sitting watching the telly, it's right beside the telly, so you always have to see me. That's just the way my house
All
is.
eyes on you.
It's got to be like that, mate, innit?
And have you spoke to the brother over in Russia?
I have, but I can't go into too much because I told you that story last night, but it would kill me if I told you the one with the being dusty.
Ah, tell it.
No, I can't, it would kill me, mate.
Well, have you watching?
Aye.
So he's got a Russian girlfriend, that's right?
Yeah.
And he's over staying at her house for 6 weeks?
Yeah. Mad that, innit? But I can't say too much about
How
that.
did they meet?
I think she was here doing something, and he must have wowed her.
He must have wowed her. And does he speak Russian?
Wee bits and bobs you can speak it now. But I can't say too much about all this situation. You're trying to get something out here and I know what you're trying
You did a
to
wee
do.
bit of the Russian.
I had a wee pint with his sister yesterday as well. Tell you that.
Who you did?
Me and Melissa went for a wee drink.
She's walked in, but you've went to the toilet when you came in and she walked in and her face was chopped white when I walked downstairs. As if I'd caught you doing something.
Right, so we were supporting Germany?
Aye.
I'm supporting
I'm
France.
going to stick with Italy. Genuinely, I love
got to tell you, Roots, so I'll
their
go with that as well.
performances in the first few games.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they find that again because their front three, unbelievable. That goal that Locatelli scored for the midfield, love that.
I think they've got an outstanding player though, yeah.
Striker, not a striker, have they?
Outstanding players seem to all playing as a collective.
But I think games
And
are
the
so
big
tight
games.
now.
I know.
Games are so tight now, that wee outstanding
But
player.
it's whether they're brave enough though, because I think that's the problem. When you get to this stage, folks start to overthink their performances. If you're Italy and you've got those players, pace, energy, just go for it.
Yeah.
Don't
You're
try and-
brilliant.
She's
That's
on fire,
amazing.
isn't it?
Would you say you
Because of
said,
the sun.
see how you said about the outstanding player? You need an outstanding player? Would you say
think
Belgium? Would you say Portugal's got one?
Ronaldo.
Correct, they're it.
But they won the last tournament when he was at his peak, do you know what I mean?
I know.
They'll say
He was,
it's
he was a difference now.
Aye, you're right, aye.
But see
Nah.
the teams that are doing well, they are the teams that have got a focal point, you're right.
Yeah.
Like a main striker,
Aye,
somebody that
100%.
links
No, that
the
was me
game.
that said that. He said he didn't need
He
one.
just copying you?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Like even
You're
Belgium,
right,
like
Right.
Belgium last night, see Lukaku when he gets that ball and he brings it down and gets turned, man, nobody can stop him.
No.
So you tipped him for top scorer, didn't you?
No, I never tipped.
Andy.
Andy tipped him ahead.
I've got him as well.
But even Patrick Sheep, look at
Oh,
his
wow.
goals in the
I know, he's
tournament.
good, isn't he?
And the difference that
Could they win
he-
it, Leon?
the dif-
Nah. A team like that?
Nah.
Why
I
not?
don't think they'd have enough when it got to the last few games, but their performances now they've been class
Who was the best?
and they've taken their chances.
Who was the best team you've played against in the World Cup? You just got absolutely robbed, by the way. That referee.
That last game, to you were so
embarrassing.
6
minutes or something. I don't. But the ref didn't play the game for 6
Finished
minutes
it.
and then stopped it.
But we spoke about this before. You were up and you weren't sure whether to go and try and score another goal or whether to sit up. That must be a weird
That's why,
feeling.
like even Scotland, the third game there, at least you knew 3 points was absolutely all you needed.
Yeah.
Just go and win the game because for us, we knew other teams would play the next day, and that's always in your mind. And then you think goal difference, and we get put out in the Euros because we fell short in goal difference, so you're always thinking and always chasing. Whereas when you look back after you throw it away 3-0,
You know why goal difference is poor? Too many centre midfielders passing sideways and back.
that's me. That's why I never played.
Well, you don't. You bomb on, didn't you?
She's compared herself to a Barry Ferguson type before.
Cy Ferry.
Cy Ferry.
So what was see that game? Was it were you 2 or 3-0 up?
3-0.
And then what did you just? Did you
3-1.
try sit in?
Yeah, then it went 3-1, 3-2, then the penalty.
Was it 3-0 at half time?
No, 60 odd minutes,
60
I think.
minutes, yeah.
And then you dropped, and did you think you just dropped in? And
We were still chasing goals. We were going
Oh,
for
they
a
were
fourth and then done in the counter.
So did Shelley start shouting low block at 3-0?
Couldn't hear it, it was too noisy.
Is it? You should have just kept going for it, innit?
I know.
because it was the momentum was. I remember it was building, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was getting.
Well, if you look at it now, you just have sat in and protected.
I know.
So
What
see
you
how
had,
that,
it's
see how there you
different.
say like you sat in, were you told to sit in?
No, we never sat in. We still
No,
chasing
they
because we
get
felt
caught.
that the next day teams could heavily outscore us. So
So
even
what-
at
so how
3-0
did
for
you
us,
just
it
go
was
from like comfortably getting to the 3-0 stage and still going for it, and then all of a sudden collapse.
3-0 counter attack, 3-1. I think it was 2 actually, 2 counter attacks, and then the third one was the penalty that came for a free kick, long ball into the box that we never.
But like I said,
Dealt
you're
with.
3-0 up, you must be confident of getting the 4 or the 5.
And then when it goes 3-1 though, you're still chasing because you've had that 3-goal advantage. So
Yeah.
that was why you. When you look back now, you would have went just take what we can get and see what happens tomorrow. But
And what would have got you through? What scoreline would have got you through?
Would 3-0 have got you through?
3-2 I think would have been fine
Oh
in the
my
end.
God.
Yeah.
That is the worst. We going for a breakfast coffee after this?
Absolutely.
We'll invite. We'll
Going
ask
back here?
these two, or we go ourselves.
He was a bit raging, wasn't he?
The last time we went.
Shambles that.
And Kev, his hospitality was good last night.
Was
When
it?
we were here, lovely.
I know.
Girls were well
Good
impressed.
job, but that's why I'm here, just to make sure the girls are all settled in. keep them
Yeah, the
right.
first one over.
No, that's
making
because
sure
he was
everyone-
actually working as a security guard last night. That's what
no,
that was.
you've
He's
got
just here to show people to their seats.
I'm-
So he done that well, didn't he? Right? Well
I, was,
done.
Very good.
I must admit, I've been quite. I've not really seen much of women's football, so I was quite interested to ask the girls where they played,
Yeah.
who they played. Like, I was talking to the girl that plays with Arsenal.
Yep, Lisa.
Aye, she was
The girl?
sound, by the way.
The girl?
Girl.
Uh-huh.
She was sound, so I was like, that's that. So she's obviously she's on mega money.
Is your Mega Man, huh?
Aye.
More than what he's getting here. Are you pulling hairs at his leg?
Pulling hairs at my leg because I was saying it
Getting
was Arsenal
bored.
last
Getting
night.
bored.
Right, well, I'm going to beat Germany, yes or no, Leanne Crichton? Give us it in a German accent, please, if you could.
No,
Yeah!
No thanks. Will they be? I honestly think Germany might do it.
Yes.
I
think England will beat them,
I think England
I
beat
think
them.
there's
Germany
too
will
much
beat
pressure
I
on them.
think England individually they've got as good a individuals as any other team in the thing, and they just haven't quite got that right
Yeah, no
formation,
hit yet.
right squad. And I think once they get that system that works for them, I think they could be dangerous because they've got too many good players and know to be dangerous. I think Germany, they always do well in tournaments, but they've not really. The two of them haven't set the tournament on fire yet.
No.
And I think England's got more chance of doing that than. And I think that
Germany are an aging team to
the
win
path,
the
the path that
spine of their
the
team
two of them,
sold.
the path that they've got to get to the final. Like what a game! It's basically the semi-final for me tomorrow night because whoever wins it, I think they get to the final.
Is your mate Kevin Phillips, is he playing? I know he started the first 3 games, is he playing again?
I think he's just dropped back now. He's aging a wee bit,
Yeah.
so playing in the middle.
Fair player, mate. It's striking for Sunderland all the years now. He's
Yeah,
playing
nice
centre
player.
mid for England.
Unbelievable.
He's adapted his game into it. Brilliant.
Amazing.
I think Germany do it.
Yeah.
The mentality.
How?
They've got
Mentality?
the mentality.
Keys a wee German accent. I know what he's going to say. Yeah.
The German mentality is in the elite. Like, listen, I coach and there's been a few German kids came through and stuff, and they're stronger than me.
It's quite the comparison.
Nah, they are on.
Yeah, I've seen him coaching probably about 20. Never seen one German kid at it.
Never been a German kid. there.
Because the kid turned up with a Germany tap, staying put him down as German.
No, but
And how do you know he's stronger than you? He's wrestling.
no, that way. Like just when you speak to them and that, and they, you know what I mean, and they don't really buy into it. But listen, I think.
Does he mean a stronger mentality?
Aye.
Uh-huh.
But I think we.
But you take a lot of your coaching for German coaching, didn't you? With the
Aye, sniffing the. Well, do you know who actually did take it for Leanne's brother, Colin? Genius.
is he?
Absolute genius, that guy. And he actually is,
Yes.
and he knows he's fit. But when I hear Leanne on the radio and on sports and stuff, it's coming straight for your brother's mouth, that.
So you should just copy the brother.
That's a bit harsh. He's a good guy, but he's not that good.
Is he? So he's a coach.
Yeah, he does a bit of coaching.
Does coaching, aye, but he has to get back into it because he is very, very good. I'm not
He's
just
good.
saying
It's
it,
good though, like I just speak football, like
But he gets
all the
annoyed
time,
because he always
but he's-
says that
he's really passionate about it as well. And
he always says when you're on BBC, you always speak with a posh accent. And he always
Oh,
says,
no.
and he always says, "Dan, start speaking properly."
She's went back to scheme mode today, so.
I love that.
She's
for
been
her,
scheme
she's a
mode
legend.
today.
Just need to try and mix it.
No, you do, don't you? Sometimes you do that when you speak.
Big Charlie Mulgrew. He's Charlie on here, he's Charles on the BBC and the radio,
he's
isn't he?
spot on.
I'm like, is that actually him talking? That accent? Dinna do it. People, dinna change. Never change.
Do you think Germany and England, do you think England can do it?
England will beat them,
Think so?
Aye.
They're not scoring a lot of goals though.
I know, but I think Germany are poor. Josh Windass tipped them to win at the start.
I'd agree.
I think England have, on paper, England have got better players now. In the attacking areas. Who's going to go score goals for Germany?
Don't know, but
Sane.
they've probably scored
Who?
more goals
Sane.
in the
Has he
tournament
scored?
than England.
Gnabry.
I know, but are they actual goal scorers?
Thomas
Guys
Muller.
like Sterling,
Thomas
Kane,
Muller's
you know
one
that
of-
they can, if they
Thomas-
get a chance they'll score.
Thomas
Kane's
Muller's-
not had any chances yet.
Thomas Muller's one of the highest goal scoring in
He plays right wing
international
for Bayern
history.
Munich.
How did he play behind the striker?
He's not a striker, that's why he's playing up front for
But
Germany.
what I'm saying is, if Werner bombs on,
Werner's not going to score either.
no, he's not going to score. But what I'm saying is, what he does with Chelsea, he bombs on,
Yeah.
and then the space is created for Muller then to go and score what he does. Because Muller doesn't ever score a brilliant goal, but he will always be in the right positions. So you've got that one running against Simon.
I need to be honest, I've not even watched a minute in a game.
No, you don't, because you don't stop talking up that
Aye.
balcony, don't you know?
But I just think England have got enough to beat Germany.
On paper, they 100% have, but I just don't think they've got going. I don't think. For the
Big games,
for the
they're big game players.
But the brilliant creative players they've got, they're not scoring a barrel load of goals.
Yeah.
I think Germany's got a better team. I heard John Andy saying England's got better players. I don't think so at all.
Nah.
If you look at the centre mids, Kimmich and Goretzka for Bayern, Müller in the hole, Gnabry, Sane and Werner, that's better than England's.
But that front four's better than guys like Foden, Sterling, Kane. Nah, nothing.
No, it's not at all. But the midfielders, Kimmich
It was
and...
good knowledge, though, I like that.
Aye, Kimmich and Goretzka.
He knows because his uncle's a big Bayern Munich fan.
Aye, so I know German football inside it. But that's what I'm saying, their centre mids are stronger. The only thing is Hummel's going to start. If you imagine a race with him and
see
Kane.
England, see if Henderson and Maguire comes back into the team. They've got a better team in Germany.
So who you playing there for England?
Henderson, I'm playing Henderson.
With
Mount and I'd put Foden back in.
who? Centre mid?
Centre mid.
Mount and Foden centre mid?
Yeah.
Wow, this guy, seriously.
Really?
Of course you would.
And then I'd put Grealish in it.
Grealish,
How
mate.
good is Grealish?
Grealish
though?
is brilliant.
Wow.
Why is he not
Who you
been
dropping
playing
for
though?
Grealish?
I'm taking one of the stupid centre mids at Rice or
Declan Rice.
keep your mate Kevin Phillips and
Okay,
putting.
I would do it.
So you're playing Grealish centre mid as well?
No, I'm putting Foden back into
And you're
midfield.
playing
Grealish up one.
Kane and who?
Kane and Sterling. Sterling scores your goals.
Saka's
He's
been
been the
good.
one player actually that has
Yeah.
stepped up
Yeah.
for all the criticism
Yeah,
he's received
yeah,
this
yeah.
He's still a
season.
top player story, Raheem Sterling, isn't
But he rises above it though.
he? Yeah.
You're,
He
you're
doesn't
spot
let it
on.
get
Yeah.
to him. I love that.
That's an elite mentality,
He
isn't
gets
it?
constantly hounded with English media. So much pressure on him. He's been ditched by Pep. You're on first name terms with Pep as well, aren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Him and Brian Kidd are still quite close.
that's alright.
Oh, so here's one for Germany as well. Centre half Hummels. Done, mate.
But do you think Kane's going to run him?
No, but
Probably
he's-
slow
he
racing
doesn't.
history.
He used to be. He doesn't even defend the box well now, Hummels.
But
That used to be what he was good at. He couldn't
Rudiger's
really,
there.
never really had pace, but he couldn't. He was brilliant at defending the box. He
Rudiger's
doesn't
just
do
won a
that now.
Champions League.
Who?
Rudiger.
Rudiger's no. He's no top level to Rudiger. He takes Stones and
Good man,
Maguire
Max.
over Rudiger every day of the week.
Who?
Stones and Maguire over Rudiger every
No
day.
chance. Stone's better than Rudiger.
See if
Oh,
Rudiger
wow.
was that good, why would Man City not just go and sign him?
He's with Chelsea.
Nah, but
Just
Man
beat Man
City
City in the
go
final
by-
Champions League final.
No. who you saying is better, Stones or Rudiger?
Mate, you're not saying Stone's better than Rudiger.
He's got a point.
100%.
Oh, wow.
Stones is better than Rudiger.
Mate, you think that seriously?
Yeah.
Mate, Rudiger
For a modern
is
day centre-half, playing
Rudiger
it,
is
Stone's
unbelievable,
better.
mate, for Chelsea.
I'm
Stones
not
better.
sold.
Rudiger couldn't get a game for Chelsea.
Aye, because Lampard didn't have a clue. They've got a top-class manager and he's put them every game.
No, Zuma played ahead of him or not, mate. If Kurt Zuma plays ahead
Mate,
of
get man of the match
he's
in
not
Champions
top
League
one.
final.
How good Stones is though in any other team other than like a Man City team. I think if you take him out there and put him with maybe not the same quality of players, I don't think he's. I think he's protected a lot. I honestly do. I don't think he's ever exposed.
Aye, because
that
before
much.
Diaz came in, he was a shambles.
Yeah.
Before Diaz came in, and again, company carried him. And then now
And
Diaz
even
is
this
carrying him.
season, when you look at even Man City fans, are not overly impressed with him.
Who was Stones?
The Stones.
Alright.
And then, maybe this has been a badging for you today.
I know. Ach, mate, I've been out, do you know what I mean?
How
Stuff like that, Right, Croatia v Spain. Who's winning that?
Spain.
Marat again can't score, mate.
No, he can't score, but I think they keep the ball better than Croatia. Opportunities will come, they're going to take one of them. Croatia.
Croatia's a good team, mate.
Another good team. They're relying on Modric maybe too much.
There's two versions of Croatia.
Aye.
Whatever one turns up, like you've seen it over the first two games, not good enough.
Aye.
When it mattered,
Yeah.
top players like Modric was
I just think
unbelievable.
Spain totally passed them off the park, and I know the first game they passed and didn't go anywhere with it, but I think they keep the ball that length of time, they're going to create opportunities. England did that to Croatia. England kept the ball, moved it a lot, and obviously ended up beating Croatia. I think Spain do the same.
I hate watching Spain.
I know, it's difficult.
They're not the same now. They're not
Nah.
the same team as what we've been probably spoiled over the years.
Yeah.
Major
I've
tournaments.
not seen them.
I think you even know when Fabregas is sitting saying, "I'm not that convinced." You've probably got a point.
Yeah.
But he's not sold on them.
So what is it that they're still trying to play that same way, but they've not got players that are as good to do it?
I just not the same quality.
Just the end
Final
product.
third, I think.
Yeah.
Just
Aye, there's no end product. It
and
just seems
also
to be,
teams know what they're
Aye.
all about.
If you sit in compact against them, you can defend it quite comfortably, but you need to be switched on for 90 minutes. But like you say, Morata up front, he's actually came out and said that the stick he's received is affecting him mentally. That's not going to help.
No, you don't say that. You
No.
don't put that in public. do you?
Yeah,
No, people know that you've rattled. France v Switzerland tonight as well. France, easy.
Ah, it could be
Victory.
5. That.
Aye.
Could be 5.
I think so, mate.
You could be right, by the way.
Aye, it could be.
Could be a big high-scoring game tonight.
Yeah.
Easily.
Aye.
Switzerland were so poor.
Yeah.
Aye.
So poor against Italy.
Oh my god, they were terrible
Wow.
against Italy, weren't they?
Honestly,
That was one of the games I actually did watch.
you would have been desperate to get taken off at
Yeah.
half time if you were
Aye.
playing in that game. So
Mhm.
bad.
How have they got to last 16, Switzerland, man?
That just shows you that is tournament football.
Yeah.
Aye, you're right.
When you
aye.
write teams off at the beginning and all it takes is 1-1 to get through a group or
Denmark
a
lost the
couple
first
of
2 games in the quarter-final.
you know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Your decision game, aren't it? Grosvenor Sport. You know Grosvenor Sport?
Heard about them.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Listening to the podcast
Uh-huh.
all over it.
You can get involved, free to play game.
Unbelievable.
You've been playing it?
Every day. They're the best cup in the world.
I think you had a shocker yesterday
Did I?
with the Holland game.
When did they get a guy sent off though, eh?
Yeah,
They should
got it.
cancel that bet then. Shouldn't they?
You can win. What can you win?
10k.
No, big.
Big money. Big money.
Simple yes or no game, cash prize we won each round as well as an overall leaderable prize of £10,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Nothing to.
Nah.
Pocket money to you.
And you.
Everyone who gets 6 or more right also gets a £10 free bet. Go to gsport.com/open goal to play.
2 seconds. What's harder? The World Cup or the Champions League?
Champions League.
Champions League probably. Yeah.
There's unbelievable teams in that, isn't there?
Who's the best team?
Quarter
Liam?
finals you got the last time, innit?
Quarterfinals.
Who's the best team?
Who won it this year?
Maybe
Real,
Chelsea. No, Barca battered Chelsea.
Oh,
in
well,
finals.
Leanne,
who's-
Really did.
Who's the worst on
Barca.
sport scene?
Eh?
Who's the worst on sport scene?
Me.
No chance.
Sellers, Mikey, Faddy, or Big Tomo?
Big Tom. I like Big Tom. I
Tom,
like when he
mate,
makes
Tom, mate.
mistakes and that
Tom's
and
good.
laughs about it.
Mate, that's what you want to see, innit?
Nah,
Yes.
they're all good.
We're all good.
Just watch this man. He'll be on Sports Scene this year.
What do you think?
Okay. A few
Was that
BBC
a bit-
appearances.
Is that a
Nah.
bit? Is that an exclusive?
Exclusive? No.
Was that
I
no?
couldn't drop the money to go to the BBC.
Is it struggling that bad? What's in it?
Made a few appearances. I
I
thought
know,
it was
aye,
going
it's
to be
just
a
when
regular
obviously
thing.
when they get desperate, Stranraer away, big man's only
Drafted
player
in.
for Stranraer.
He is one that you are desperate to change his accent when he comes onto it.
I don't even know where my accent's from. 17 years of Stranraer, 10 years in Sunderland.
There's a bit of
2
Peter
years
Reid in there, isn't there?
Coventry, and then for 12 years in Cumbernauld.
Where else is a bit of Peter Reid in?
You see Peter Reid, he had the stinkiest slips ever when I was a young boy. Used to
Yeah.
get-
Look up, did you try to iron that t-shirt today?
Oh, God, man. Put the iron on as soon as I get caught to it. Try to rip the iron off my ma, Mate, do you know my ma, right? Went out on a night
Oh, I
out.
know your mum, right?
That's good, seriously. She went out a night out the other night and get drunk and came in, and the next day she was pure panic and she went, Paul, I had 5 donuts last night. Yeah, that's a shambles, isn't it? Imagine having 5 donuts a night out.
Imagine getting drunk and donuts.
While she was drinking donuts, good, I quite like that. What, she was eating donuts while she was drinking?
Must have had 5 Krispy. They had like, it was like a party and they had
Donut
like,
party?
like food and all that, I think, and people brought Krispy Kreme donuts. My ma had 5 of them.
Wow.
Mate, that is superb for her, that.
Krispy Kremes.
What did you see him doing with a donut in that test?
Kev? Aye, but who was he with anyway? Right, Leanne Crichton,
Right.
wow,
Oh, amazing.
legend.
Thanks, guys.